Hi, family. Hey, welcome to day 4, Awakening Your Intuition. I want to say, let me first of all say thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to give you this little insight on how spirituality actually works and how it can work for you to help awakening yourself in so many ways. Those of you that has been here since Monday, that's when the class first started. That was day 1. We went over the power of the presence and aware of the power of presence and awareness. And day 2, we did healing and releasing blockages. And day 3 was cultivating self-love and compassion. If you feel inclined to go and check those days out, please go look in their lives. You can see in their date, they are labeled as day 1, 2, and 3 and 4. And you also can look at the postings that are also inside the posting tab. So yes, I want to say thank you, and I'm grateful. I've set the energy already, prayed, set the prayer and everything outside of this setting before I started the live, just so I can call in the energies that need to come in tonight. So hope you're ready, because tonight is about awakening your intuition. So the objective tonight is to begin trusting and strengthening your intuition as a guiding force your spirituality growth. You will learn that we've all have intuition. Men, women, no matter who you are, you have it. Whether it works properly or not is really based off you, the individual person, how much you have allowed that part of you to be abused, how much you have really tuned into it to see how much you use of it. Intuition is amazing. It's a great way to navigate your life on an everyday basis without even having a second guess. You can feel it in your stomach. Sometimes we get nudges, sometimes we get thoughts, visions, whatever the case may be. It's there for us to utilize while we're navigating this thing called life. Okay, so let's dive deep. What is intuition? Intuition is the ability to understand and know something without needing conscious reasoning. It is often described as a gut feeling, inner knowing, or even a sign from the universe. Intuition connects us to our higher self and the universal wisdom, guiding us towards our highest good. Now, this when you look at intuition, some people feel like that they cannot trust it because of the fact that they can't see it. There's some people that need a tangible evidence to say that this is concrete what this is. This lesson will teach you how to trust it and cultivate it to help you on your to navigate your everyday life. Why is intuition important? Intuition helps us, like I just said, navigate and make decision with the alignment of our true desires and our spiritual growth. It's a powerful tool for personal transformation. Help us make high heart centered decisions and move forward on our path without even a second guess. It also help us trust ourselves more, because sometimes we need that extra. Sometimes we look for hope for certain from other people, but it's good when it coming from you, and you can actually trust yourself once it's your intuition is actually in alignment with who you are and it's working properly. Now let's talk about some of these things that will cause the intuition to not work for you and work against you. Let's look at the obstacles. Okay, when intuition is a natural ability, there are several negative influences that can block or distort it, make it harder to hear and understand, making it where you have to ask for several signs. I know when I first started this journey, I didn't trust my intuition. My intuition was off, because I had to see. Thanks, Spirit. I trusted other people outside of myself. I had to get validation from other people to even know that I was on the right track. But by me taking this journey, I learned to trust myself more. I no longer needed other people to self-validate me. I learned to go with my gut feeling. Even if I felt like it wasn't right, I was overriding the negative um what I want to use, the negative programming that I had put into it to make it worked for me from from where I was. Okay. Now, some of the things that make it harder for you to enter your to hear your intuition and understand it is fear and doubt. Fear is making the wrong decision, fear of the unknown, fear of what people may feel, fear of should I be doing this? Questioning every little thing based off of the fact that you need to know that you are doing the right thing, instead of just trusting the process. We have to learn to trust process. With intuition, you learn to trust the process because it's going to give you full control of you. Once you start it, it's going to be a kind of rocky in the beginning and you're going to second guess a lot of things. But the more and more you strengthen it, the more and more you become one with yourself. And the more you start trusting yourself to the point where your intuition is going to be right on point. You will get signs, synchronicities. You will also get people will come up and say the very thing that you asked in privacy, they will come up and say it, or you may hear a word from somebody else's mouth by just ear hustling, and you'll get the answer that you need. You'll know that you're on the right track. And and if you feel like you need some things to help you with this, all you gotta do is ask Spirit, give me three signs, so I can know if I'm on the right track. Sometimes we need that to make sure we recalibrate that part of ourselves correctly. When we doubt ourselves, it becomes harder to trust the feelings that arise. Fear also creates mental noise that blocks intuition from coming through clearly. The next thing that goes along, there's another obstacle that's one of the ones that most people now do every day is overthinking and mental overload. This is where your mind constantly runs. You have no control over your thoughts. And even when you sit, your mind is still running. Even when you sleep, your mind is still running. So by this is going while this is going on, your intuition is gonna still be off because you have no control on what's going on up there. So any and everything will pop out into your mind and you can't trust it. I wouldn't trust it either. I had that before. Once I really sat down and realized that meditation was helping me to quiet the mind, because we don't know that a lot of time. I know I wasn't taught that the mind was very important when it comes to your thoughts. Um, I seen my mind run. The very first week of meditation, you get a chance to see how much your mind runs and jump, and it's constantly on. It doesn't have a chance to shut off, which you're really abusing it. So with the overthinking, with the mind running, overthinking comes mental overload. I mean, and then you got to think about we work every day. By working every day, when you get home, you still have to work because some people do, not everybody. Some people have to take care of kids. Some people have to take care of husbands, wives, whatever case it be, pet family members. Anything that cause you to not be able to be with yourself in a quiet setting where you can quiet your mind, it tends to help your mind, continues to allow your mind to run. So, excuse me, overthinking and mental overload is one of the major things that has to be addressed before you can even trust your intuition. Okay. The next one is external influences and opinions. This means talking to people outside of you, talking to friends, talking to coworkers, you just get advice from a lot of people. You're going to get different opinions, different traditions, different religions, different backgrounds. You're going to get all these things and different experiences. The only person that can fix their situation is you. So you have to learn to trust yourself, because if you are constantly waiting and dependent on others, you will never be able to really fully trust yourself if you sitting there watching them. Well, if you sitting there asking them questions about every little thing, every little aspect of your life. So you have to learn to trust yourself. So by sharpening your intuition and recalibrating it, allowing yourself to quiet the noise and and heal the things that are in your thoughts, it'll help you better trust yourself in the long run. But it's a process, it takes time. First up is quiet the mind, and then limiting your conversation and your things that you ask other people. Limit that so you can start trusting yourself fully. Okay. Emotional turmoil is another one. It's a big one. Emotion is strong emotion like stress, anxiety, anger, and sadness can cloud our judgment because these emotions are there normally as a beacon that something inside of us needs to be healed. And that emotion is attached to a wound that has been there for a while. And that emotion is just letting you know that it's there. And now you need to address it so you can grieve it and let it go and alchemize it. Once you alchemize it, that goes away. And then your mind quiets a little more. So even doing learning, sharpening your intuition, you're going to be healing in the process because all of this is called self mastery. You are mastering yourself. You are learning who you are and seeing the things that's coming up, and you are healing it um instantly. Now, don't no judgment because it's okay. It is okay that these things are there for you to gain the knowledge from it, but they can't stay if you're trying to sharpen your intuition. So you have to do that work. So the mind can quiet, the emotional turmoil inside of your mind can quiet down. Now, those of you, like I said before, even on the other lives, this is not medical advice. This is just things that you can use as tools in your tool bag to help you move forward. If you have no control and you know that you have anxiety and depression, all this stuff, go see someone. We got to stop pointing the finger and saying this person didn't know. You know what you need. Everybody knows what they need. And even if you have a second guess, if you're thinking about it in your mind, go. But these are tools that can be used in the process for you to better understand who you are and quiet the mind and trust yourself a lot more. Okay. The next one is lack of practice or awareness. Intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. If we don't consciously practice listening to it, it can over time not work properly. That makes sense. Anything that you don't use is not going to continue to work the way it was in the beginning. So you have to heal it. You have to use it more to understand it, but you also have to purify it, meaning recalibrate it, meaning reprogram it to fit where you are right now. Take out the old and bring in the new. And it's okay. When you realize that your intuition is a compass for you, you'll cherish it a lot more because it's a part of your self-worth. It all's aligned together. All and it's part of self-love. Your intuition is amazing. And it'll help you get out of things that you should be in. It's gonna let you know. It's a part of reading who people are. Intuition is a great guy, great co-pilot. All right. So let's get into how we practice hearing our intuition. Here are a few practical ways to strengthen and practice your intuition so it becomes clear and more accessible guiding light in your life. Okay. Quiet the mind. I told you how important that is. When you quiet the mind, oh my God, when you quiet the mind helps you see clearly, helps you navigate, and it keeps you from second guessing and overthinking. It allows you to have more clarity. It's the same thing as when you go on a fast. I don't know if any of you guys are used to doing a fast. But a lot of people talk about how fat when they fast, how much clarity they have and how much their mind is not running and they feel less dense. It's the same thing. All you're doing is learning to quiet it every day. And that's what his meditation is going to come in. The 15 minutes meditation. You can start with 15 minutes, then you could build upon that. You don't have to stay at 15 minutes. Those of you that has been doing this for a while, do whatever makes you peaceful because everybody is different. Some people may need 15 minutes in the morning. Some people may need 15 minutes in the evening. Some people may need an hour, 2 hours just to get in that space of peace. But whatever it is that you need, give it to yourself. You deserve it. Yes. And then deep breathing. Now, breaths. They call it breath therapy. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But when you deep breathe, it helps calm the body completely down. This is why I tell I know in the other three videos, I talked about how to get into a safe space when you're doing this work. That's why it's important to deep breathe. That's why it's important to meditate before you start the work, because it allows you to get in a state of peace so you can hear clearly. You can actually, you don't have to second guess, and your integrity will be on point. Because if you got turmoil in the mind, or if your mind is constantly running, then you can't really be honest and authentic with yourself, because there's so much other stuff is going on, chaos, that you can't even hear clearly, and you're gonna pick up whatever it come out first, and it may not be the right thing. So you need to set that space for yourself so you can quiet the mind. And if you need to do this for your intuition, do it daily. I mean, do a check-in daily. I do a check-in daily because we need that. Cultivate silence and solitude. We just talked about that. That's a meditation. That's a safe space. Okay. And if you don't know how to do that, I have a link in my link tree in my bio, or inside of this description below, letting you is you can go to it. It's called a safe space for me and a safe space for my family. You can actually make a safe space. It tells you why you need a safe space. It give you ideas on how to create this safe space, so you can experience solitude and peace every day until you master it and it becomes a part of your everyday life. Okay. Get out your head is the next one. That's where the overthinking come in, because most of the time we sit there, most of the time people sit there and overthink everything, because that has been their process their entire life. Not being comfortable or confident with making the decision on their own, always second guessing, not fully trusting who they are or what they feel, um, has been a guessing game. Don't overthink. Get out your head, because it's okay. This is a process, and if you have to start and stop, get to a point where you're comfortable, and then it will flow. Okay. Trusting your gut feeling. That's something that has become real numb for a lot of people, because the gut has a lot to do with how healthy we are too. I know it's a whole nother story, whole nother topic, whole nother video. But a lot of times our gut has other things going on in the inside, and it's hard to hear or feel or understand or interpret what it's trying to tell us. If our mental is all over the place, and then our gut health is not the best either. So everything is offline and not calibrated to where it could completely and effectively speak to us. So you just got to trust the first thought or feeling that arise when you ask a question and face a decision. Intuition comes quick. It's very instinctual. So you gotta not second guess it. You gotta trust it when you get it. And if you feel like you can't, ask for signs. Ask for several signs. I know in the beginning I asked for 3 signs. Spirit, if I'm supposed to be doing this, God, if I'm supposed to be doing this, give me 3 signs. 3 signs of this, and you could be specific what you want. You can, and then you will get it. And that'll help you learn to trust who you are, learn to trust the universe and spirit and God, so you could continue on your journey and know that you are guided and you can trust the process. Okay. I just see I got ahead of myself. Ask for guidance and be receptive. You can do that. That's what I just told you. You can ask God or whoever you serve or whoever you believe in. You can ask for signs. You can ask them to show you the way, show you signs, give you 3 signs or whatever it is that you need. So you could start trusting your intuition, and it'll help you have more faith in yourself. Removal of external noise. Cut out and minimize external distractions, like the opinions of others, social media, constant noise that can cloud your intuition. When you're doing this, if you know that social media is a trigger for you, close it, shut it down, because sometimes social media, you can feel the emotion from your emotions can come up from reading topics, looking at videos, while you are healing, you should limit the access to you and your mental. Anything that can trigger you while you're trying to reprogram. I know I did a detox. Anything too much of anything is bad. So I do detoxes from social media, food, water, people, whatever the case may be. Anything that I need to sharpen, I do a detox so I can sharpen it. So if you feel like that you are very sensitive to things on social media, limit it. Give yourself what you need. This time is for you to learn who you are, and it's going to be sacrifices that you have to make, and it's okay. Some people it's not going to be okay with that, but if you're really invested in growing who you are, you would make the necessary sacrifice so you could continue to grow, and those things going to always be there. Most time we codependent on those things. People are codependent on those things because they don't have a life outside, and they utilize that to feed their addictions and so many other things that we can dive into. But if I were you, limit the noise, remove the external noise, the distractions, because you deserve it. This is investment in you and your health and your mental work is not easy, and it's not supposed to be, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So do the necessary investment and limit the noise. Stop the distractions. This is your money. This is your worth. This is your value. Sacrifices are needed, and it's okay to make that sacrifice. Practice self-worth is the last, not self-worth, self-trust is the last one. The more you trust your intuition, the clearer it becomes. Start by acknowledging your intuition hits, and no matter how small, gradually build confidence in your ability to listen to your inner guidance. Inner guidance is amazing. It's a guiding light inwardly. And once it's sharpened, the way it's supposed to be sharpened, when I tell you, you will be on point. You will be on point. You will not have to second guess it. And it will make you so happy because you understand why you had to take the path you took and why you did the work you did. And now you will need people less and you will need more of you. And you will continue to sharpen it because you know now that you are all you need. You don't need nothing else. And that's good. You want to depend on you fully anyway. So now with that, since we finished the teaching on that intuition, amazing, top notch, chef kiss. I'm telling you, it's one of the key things that people are missing. And once they learn that they can they can have this as a tool in their toolbox, a lot of people will limit access to themselves just because their intuition is on point. I promise you. Now, those of you that has been in this class, y'all know we do morning meditations. Those of you also know it's up to you what you want to do. I put it in there for morning, but whatever you need it, that's when you do it. So now we're going to talk about the class assignment. How does my intuition show up for me? How can I better listen to my inner guidance? This is your homework. And use a journal, write this down so you can track it. Your action task, spend a few moments in silence. Ask, let me see, hold on, let me see. Asking for guidance on a specific area of your life. Trust whatever thought, image, or feelings come up. This is going to teach you how to recognize your thoughts, recognize your visions, and learn to put words to it. Because intuition is really a psychic gift. It's a superpower because we get visions all day. We get thoughts all day. We also get gut feelings all day, but we don't ask the right questions. This is going to teach you to ask, what does that mean? What are you trying to tell me? You're gonna learn to communicate with self, because communicating outside yourself is not doing you any justice, but communicate inwardly can help you master that part of you. When I see things, I ask, what does it mean? What are you trying to tell me? Signs, synchronicities, numbers. Listen to people and they repeat a word I done seen this morning or seen in my sleep or seen in the shower. or either hear something in the shower, knowing that I got to write it down. And then once your intuition is on point, you know you need to write it down, because you're not supposed to understand it right away, because it goes away. So I advise you to write it down and then go back to it later on when you can sit and review it and to ask the question you need to ask. I always have my journal on me. I don't care where it is, even in my notes in my phone. I got a note where I write and journal in my notes in case I don't have my paper journal on me, just so I can document and record as I go, because we are constantly getting messages to maneuver our day and guide us through our day. That's the sign that's being missed. But by doing this, you're gonna sharpen your intuition, and it's gonna become the greatest co-pilot you could never have. Okay. Let's talk about homework. Practice listening to your intuition today. In a simple decision like choosing what to eat or how to spend your time, follow your gut feeling. Notice how to feel it feels to act on intuition rather than logic or external pressure. It's going to teach you how to navigate. It's going to teach you how to see. It's going to teach you how you operate. And keep doing it daily. You're going to sharpen it till it becomes a masterpiece. All right? We're going to wrap this up. So the affirmation up for the day was, I trust my intuition. I am guided by the wisdom within me. I am confident. Take action towards my highest good. I'm going to say this again. I trust my intuition. I am guided by the wisdom within me. And I am confident. Oh Lord. I confidently take actions toward my highest good. Affirmation. You could say that every day. Reminder for tomorrow. We will explore intuition. Can be applied in a deeper spiritual practice, such as tapping into language of signs and almond. Keep practicing and listening to your whispers within. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Those of you that may have caught this live later on, after this class has started, you can start whenever you want to start. The link is in the link tree, in my bio, or in the bottom of this description here. I will be doing more lectures, and not lectures. I don't like calling them lectures, but teachings, just to help people understand who they are and how you operate. A little insight goes a long way. Trigger things for them. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to. Oh, wait. The book of the week. Let me make sure. The pages to read for tonight is pages 117 through 157. And we will do a discussion forum on that tomorrow under the post tab. Okay. But like I said, I thank you guys for being here. I look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's the last day of the week for this week of class, and we will start class on Monday, and go from there. All right. Thank you and have a good night.